Okay, live. Let me throw this up. Nope, that's not the topic today. The topic. Okay. Oops. What up? What up? Okay. This topic up. Come in, come in, come in, come in. Today's topic is why your professional life is way more together than your love life. So, what up, Jazz? Hey, Tiffany. Why your professional life is way more together. Can't wait to meet with you tomorrow, Tiffany. Way more together than your love life. It's about to be about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, why your professional life is way more together than your love life. Okay. All right. Come in, come in, come in. All right, let's talk about it. Let me get this set up. Y'all like my little mic cover? Of course, I made it pink because, pink. It's my branding colors, right? So, okay. Oh, great, Tiffany. I'm excited as well. And I'll send you an email with the new Zoom link and all of that. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Because I like these. I'm starting to do I used to do like 1 hour talks with you here live. Now I'm like 15, 20 minutes in and out, in and out, in and out. Because you need to make a decision on your growth. And it doesn't take you an hour sitting with me. What up, Kristen? To make that decision. You already know you need to make a decision for growth in your life and to become a woman who is really confident in her singleness. And then the side effect of that is you date better. You no longer will constantly be in the cycle of dysfunction with men. You will no longer be in situationships if you decide to do the growth. But you have to make that decision, right? And if you need guidance, hold on. I need to get out of Facebook. Lord have mercy. There we go. But you have to make that decision. And if you don't know where to start, you can start with me. So, of course, my name is Rika. Welcome to my platform. If you're new to me, I'm a certified NLP life coach. And I believe that God has me in a season to be a light for single women. To help you understand that singleness is not a punishment and to help you understand that you are worthy regardless of your relationship status. Okay. Because we got a lot of messages growing up as millennials that was on the heels of baby boomers and Gen X of the golden life is to be married and have kids. And it's not. Okay. So they lied to us. That's number one. Number two, especially if you were in the religious space. I'm a faith-based woman. Most of my clients are women of faith. And in the religious space, unfortunately, there's a lot of pressure for us to get married and find our Boaz, and you need to be Ruth, and you're a Proverbs 31 woman. But there's no teaching in self-discovery and self-actualization and figuring out who you are in your single season. So we go from high school and then we skip right on over that, the self-love, the self-care, the self-actualization onto marriage and kids. How is that working out for you? Drop a not very well or a well. Am I preaching today? Pass the plate. Drop a not very well in the comments if this is resonating with you and that is the message you felt that you got growing up. You see, most of my clients are faith-based women. They're professional women whose professional life is bomb. Bills are paid. You got that going on. Okay. But your love life is trash. You're constantly in the state of frustration and sadness around the men you're dating, and also your singleness. The way you think about singleness is warped. Okay. So here are some reasons why your professional life is way more together than your love life. And I wrote down 3 reasons. And there's probably more, but you know me, I like to do the 3 to 4, whatever. So number 1, you invest in yourself when it comes to your job, right? How many personality tests have you taken? How many tests have you taken to see what you're good at? Is it administration work, or is it being a leader, or is it HR, or So you're constantly investing in yourself when it comes to rising up the ranks in your profession. You'll go back to school and maybe you went and got, outside of your bachelor's, you went and got a master's, because you'll invest in that to make sure that your professional life is on key. But what you don't do is you don't invest on the inside of yourself. You don't invest in self-love and self-care. And I'm sorry, but it is way more than getting massages every month with Susan or whoever your massage therapist is. Self-care is way more than having brunch with your girlfriends. Just like you invest in yourself when it comes to rising up the ranks in your profession, why don't you invest in yourself when it comes to true inside self-love? Figuring out who you are, your triggers, deeper than your favorite color is blue. And I like long walks on the beach. And I do like to travel. Okay, but what are your triggers and your whys? Why is it that you're in this constant frustration and dysfunction and cycle with men? Why? Because you know what you want, because you know what you're supposed to want. You just don't know how to get it, right? Because if I asked you, what kind of relationship do you want? You'd be able to write that down. I want him to be loving. I want him to be emotionally available. I want this. I want that. But you do not know how to get it. Because look where you are now in this cycle of frustration, constantly thinking that your singleness is a punishment or you're doing something wrong. So that's number one, why your professional life is way more together than your love life, because you actually invest in your professional life. And you don't when it comes to self-love, self-care, and your love life, understanding relationships, understanding yourself. Number two, you believe you deserve more when it comes to your professional life, which is why you'll invest in yourself so you can climb up the ranks and get paid the dollars that you want, them six figures and whatnot. You believe it. I deserve more. I deserve this. I deserve to be the head of HR. I deserve to be the lead project manager, whatever. I deserve to be the head of diversity and inclusion. And you go for it. And good for you. And I'm proud of you. But what you don't believe is that you deserve a good man. Because if you did, you wouldn't settle for the trash that you've been settling for. It'll come out your mouth. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve a good man. I deserve a man that treats me like this. And you'll even say that to him on the first date. This is what I want. And you'll try to set a boundary, but you won't keep it. Because unfortunately, you think, okay, well, I like this guy. He may not have all the bells and whistles that I need. And there was a couple of red flags. Okay, but I'm going to shade that with potential, and I'm going to date him anyway. How well has that worked out for you? Because that now, when you start dating him and then you sleep with him, your thought process is, well, now I got to stick this out because I don't want another body. And you're in this cycle of trusting he will change because he did something, he disrespected you, cheated on you, isn't consistent. It doesn't even always have to be dramatic and cheating. But if you are settling for something, settling in a situation that you know you don't want, and you actually want more, but you're not getting it, but you just settle with him because God forbid you be single, that's traumatizing to you. You abusing yourself, sweetheart. Constantly gaslighting and manipulating yourself to stay with him. But you would say, I deserve better. I deserve this. And you will execute that thought of I deserve in your professional life, but you will not execute that thought in your love life. Because if you truly believed, if you truly had the audacity to believe that you can get what you want, that you deserve this, then you would not settle and you would stay single until Mr. Right came along. If you truly understood your worth and you truly understood that singleness is not a punishment, Mr. Right, you would wait for him. Stop thinking that a man completes you or a man makes your life better. Who are you without these men? Who are you, sis? He doesn't complete you. He doesn't. Look at all the stuff that you're doing in your professional life. You're dope. I want you to be dope in your love life. Okay, here's number 3. So why your professional life is way more together than your love life. If you're just tuning in, number 1, you invest in yourself when it comes to your professional life. All of the personality tests you take to see what you're good at, administrative work or being a leader, but you won't invest in yourself when it comes to your love life and getting to understand you and real true self-care and not buying the Michael Kors bags and I deserve a brunch with my girlfriends and I deserve this new couch. You actually invest on the inside because you are your belief system. And what you believe is your behavior. So what is your behavior? Your choices with men. What does that say about you? Okay, so many people texting me right now. Okay, so that was number 1. You invest in yourself when it comes to your professional life, but not in your love life, not in your self-care. You believe you deserve more when it comes to your professional life, but not with a man. You think you believe it, but what are your actions saying about you? And number 3, you want to live a fabulous life. You see, my clients, we're millennials and man, we want to travel. We want to be in Tulum. We want to go hang out with the girlfriends, especially now, maybe life is kind of opening back up. You want to do the road trips. You want to be on the beach drinking your mimosas. You want that fabulous life. So that's why you grow in your profession so you can get more money. But how come you don't want a fabulous life when it comes to your emotional state and your spiritual state? Because you are constantly letting men walk all over you. You're constantly minimizing yourself, which leaves you frustrated, which leaves you thinking something is wrong with me because I can't get a man. I can't keep a man. I can't get him to treat me how I want him to treat me. Look, Pillow Talk said, well, that's how I heard it. That's how I read it. Well, amen, amen. I mean, I'm just here to tell you the truth. And it's only because I love you. And this is what I needed to hear when I was in my trash ass, emotionally abusive relationship. I needed to hear this, but I was also keeping a secret so nobody could tell me what I needed to hear. And so you're also keeping a secret because the reason why you'll stay in this situationship or stay in this revolving dysfunctional door with this man is because of what you see your friends doing. Well, all my friends are getting married. All my cousins are getting married. I'm sick of being a bridesmaid. I'm sick of showing up at the barbecue and my old auntie asked me where my man at. So you would rather just have any man. He's decent. At least he doesn't cheat. You start making these excuses and minimizing what you actually want to have a warm body. How well is that working out for you? You can type not very well in the comments if this is resonating. And I love you so much. I'm just here to tell you the truth as a certified life coach. As a coach, I am here to hold you accountable to the things that you say that you want. And the lane that I chose is this singleness lane. Because I want you to understand that you are better than the choices that you are making. But the only way that you will make those better choices to prove that you are better is by transforming your mind in the way you think about dating, love, singleness. And I know you don't know where to start because, again, there's no school. It's not like, okay, so if I want to be a lawyer, I know that I'm supposed to go to law school. But there's no like self-love school until now, which is why I created Single You Academy. And inside of Single You Academy, I help the professional, frustrated, loyal woman. You are loyal to a fault. So you're constantly trusting he will change. You've given him not only a second chance, but now we're on chance 82. And you are sick of trusting he will change. You're sick of this revolving door. And you're like, why am I doing this? I'm going to help you figure out why by helping you discover your worth truly. And by helping you learn how to set and keep boundaries, not only with yourself, but with men as well. and others. Because here's the thing, you'll try to set a boundary with the guy. Well, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna sleep with him in the first 3 months or 2 weeks, and I'm not gonna do this, and this is what I want, and da 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 da. And you'll set all these boundaries and say what you want, and you got your list. And you're good at dodging some guys, but when that one guy, the one you constantly deal with, or when one guy comes and he's so fine to you and you fall in love, you will break all your boundaries and rules for him and start making excuses. Well, I mean, he's not consistent, but he does call me every Wednesday. So, I mean, but he's fine too, though. So I'm going to just, How well is that working out for you? So if you want to stop that cycle, join Single You Academy. So here's the deal. Single You Academy is my online group coaching program, and I only have 5 spots left, and the doors close on Sunday. So if you want to apply to Single You Academy, all you have to do is send me a DM, and all you have to do is say boundaries, and I will take it from there. I have some questions I need to ask you. You'll also fill out the application. We'll get on a Zoom call, which I call the next step call. And then that's when we make the decision if you want to be my client and I want to be your coach. We got to see if we're going to work well together. I don't accept everybody. So if you're ready for that, because nobody had a conversation with you about what makes a healthy relationship versus an unhealthy relationship. So here we are, just floating through life, just trying to get it together in this love life, because there's a blueprint to professionalism, but there is no blueprint for love. Nobody gave it to you. Nobody gave you a book on the day you were born and was like, okay, so this is how you navigate through self-love, self-actualization, self-understanding, and then this is how you navigate through dating. I would like to help you write that book for yourself. Because right now you're here, you're frustrated, and you're constantly thinking there is something wrong with you because you're not married. You set boundaries and then you break them for him. You have trust issues with men, but what you don't realize is you actually have trust issues with your daggone self, because look at the choices that you've made with men. Constantly passing up red flags, shading them with potential, and dating him, even though you know you shouldn't. You want to be a woman who is confident in your decision making, in your singleness, confident in your singleness. You want to be a woman who can set a boundary and keep it. You want to know what self-love truly, truly is, because you don't know. You hear it. You can sing Know Yourself, Know Your Worth with the best of us. But obviously you don't. If you're letting a man treat you like trash, you don't know your worth. But you want to be that confident single woman who can discern better and slow down the dating process and not sleep with him immediately because you think that's the cost of dating. Well, in order to keep a man, I got to sleep with him. You want to be a woman, again, who is confident in your singleness. You just don't know where to start. And right now, in your way, between where you are and the woman you want to be 6 months from now, that confident woman, the thing that's in your way is you. You haven't learned your lesson yet. How many of these men, how many times is God going to have to try to teach you this lesson? So you haven't learned your lesson, and then you don't have guidance. And I totally get that. You don't know where to start. You're like, okay, well, nobody's helping me do this. How do I do this? Because that's the truth. We all need help in whatever area: financial, losing weight, your hair. I had to get help and figure out how to get my curls popping. But that's the thing, the 1%, no, the Oprahs of the world, they have coaches for days. But us, we're just like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Yeah, good luck with that. So you don't know where to start with me. Single You Academy is open, and I'll end on this. Just send me a DM, the word boundaries, and we'll have the discussion, okay? I love you with all of my heart. This is why I do this. I believe that God has, hey, auntie. My auntie said, yes, please get to know yourself and that self-love. But this is why I do it, because I believe God has me in this season of being a light for single women and helping you understand that singleness is not a punishment and that you are worthy regardless of your relationship status. We need to normalize getting married at 55 if it takes that long. It's okay to have a desire for a husband. I support that. I do. I'm still waiting on God. But you have to learn how to navigate that desire and be wise in your choices and decision. And you cannot be wise if you do not have wise counsel. And yes, I'm calling myself wise counsel. Okay. Because I've studied this. Okay. I studied this for you and I built this program. So anyway, send me a DM. Boundaries. I'm out. Send me the DM boundaries. And I say that because I know sometimes some people are like, well, what do I say when I DM her? It's weird. It's not weird. Slide into my DMs, girl. Let's talk. So we'll have that conversation and we'll get you enrolled into Single You Academy if we decide we're a great fit. Okay. With that, I'm out. Have a great rest of your